say the morning sun only rises once, and if you sleep through.
Largely unspoiled Williams Lake, and if you're looking across there, I mean, you're looking straight into a wilderness landscape. In fact, to go in there, you just go in. You got a bushwhack away. He's done, I think, for the breeding bird atlas, show that there are 52 species of birds that actually breed in this area, and that's reflective of the kind of diverse habitats that we have here. And one feature about the whole area is that, you know, I describe it as a mosaic of habitats on a fairly small scale. These are overall very low nutrient regimes, so that they're adapted to low levels of nutrients, and that allows certain species to live here that can't compete with species that live well in high nutrient regimes. And so just changing the nutrient regime would invite all kinds of species in here, some of them invasive that we don't have now. So, and when you put roads in and you put fill and so on and all this stuff in, that all of that brings nutrients of some sort into the area.
We're new to the area, so we live around the area, but the amount of families and people we meet just hiking around the area is tremendous. We've probably met at least 100 people just this past summer of people that have just come every day and use the lake, take the bus system, or just walk from all the neighboring communities that are around here. You meet people hiking around the woods, so there's hours and hours worth of trails that have been used for generations that surround Williams Lake and go over to Coal Pit Lake. And you'll think you're all alone in the middle of the woods there, and a whole group of people you'll meet along the way. So it's a really well utilized area.
We don't want unnecessary infrastructure with crippling environmental, financial, and social costs that will lead eventually to a loss of community, a loss of precious, close to Halifax wilderness, and a loss of rational, caring spirit.
So OurHRM Alliance is made up of over 40 groups from right across HRM. So we're really diverse geographically, and we're also diverse in terms of the types of groups that are involved. So we have environmental groups, we have health groups, and we also have business groups. We've put forward 7 solutions, and the main one is greenbelting. Yeah, greenbelting does fulfills a number of purposes, from protecting the environment and giving people living in semi-urban and urban areas access to that environment to go swimming or walk their dog or go hiking, whatever they like to do. It's a way of directing growth, because you don't want your city just to sprawl at really low densities. The problem with low density, when you only have a few people per certain area, is that the city then has to provide services for the people living there, and there's a mix of services, from hard services like pipes and roads and other services that people need, to soft services like a post office or a school or something like that.
I think is more apparent with every passing month is that we have such a jewel here. And this is for all of the people in Halifax, and why in the year 2012 would we want to see this disappear? This is something that we need to save. The Buddhists speak about 7 generations, that we need to, in making any big decision, we have to look forward 7 generations. And this to me is, what could you find a better example of forethought and using forethought than this? It is not, we don't have the luxury of ruining something that can't be fixed.